Establishing the decision-making hierarchy. Decision-making hierarchy defines who is responsible for making certain decisions. It is a three-step process: assigning tasks, performing tasks, and distributing authority. A. Assigning tasks. Responsibility is the duty to perform an assigned task, while authority is the power to make the decisions necessary to complete the task. B. Performing tasks. Delegation occurs when a manager assigns a task to a subordinate. Accountability falls to the subordinate, who must then complete the task. Some managers fail to delegate tasks because they assume that subordinates can never do anything as well as the manager can, or because they fear that their subordinates will show them up in front of others by doing a superb job, or because they simply want to control everything. C. Distributing authority. Centralization and decentralization. In a centralized firm, top management retains the right to make most decisions. In a decentralized firm, there is a conscious effort to push decision-making rights down to middle and lower-level managers. 2. Span of control. This refers to the number of subordinates a manager can effectively supervise. The more diverse the subordinates' activities, the smaller the span of control is likely to be. Tall and flat organizations. Decentralized firms tend to have a flat organizational structure with only a few layers, while centralized organizations usually have multiple layers of management and a tall organizational structure. D. 3 forms of authority. 3 forms of authority typically found in organizations are line authority, staff authority, and committee, or team, authority. 1. Line authority. Line managers are the doers and producers in a company. Line authority means making the decisions that are needed to achieve the goals of the organization. 2. Staff authority. Staff authority is based on special expertise, for example, law, accounting, market research, etc. Staff experts generally have the right to advise line managers, rather than the right to decide. In their own departments, staff managers have authority over their subordinates. 3. Committee and team authority. This is authority granted to work teams that play key roles in the firm's operations. Teams may be allowed to plan and organize their own work. Basic organizational structures. A. The functional structure. In this structure, the various units in the organization are formed on the basis of the functions that must be carried out to reach organizational goals. B. The divisional structure. The divisional structure divides the organizations into several semi-autonomous divisions that act as profit centers. C. Project organization. This involves forming a team of specialists from different functional areas to work on a specific project. If the project organization is temporary, when the project is completed, the team is disbanded. If it is permanent, the team members start a new project when the current one is completed. D. Matrix structure. In the matrix organization, the project manager and the regular line manager share authority. E. International structures. Many business firms do business worldwide, and they find they need special structures to facilitate their activity. The most common international structure is to set up an international division that handles production and sales for all foreign markets. Organizational design for the 21st century. The increasingly complex and fast-paced world encourages business to look for new forms of organization. A. Boundaryless organization. Traditional boundaries and structures are minimized or eliminated altogether. B. Team organization. This relies almost exclusively on project-type teams, with little or no underlying functional hierarchy. C is virtual organization. D. Learning organization. These organizations facilitate lifelong learning and personal development of employees, while transforming themselves to respond to changing demands and needs. Virtual organization typically has only a small number of permanent employees. There is little or no formal structure, and work is outsourced as the need arises. The informal organization. The everyday social interactions among employees have an impact on the functioning of the formal organization. The unofficial, informal, structure of an organization effectively alters a company's formal structure. Sometimes the informal structure can be more powerful than the formal structure. Sometimes the informal structure helps the formal organization and sometimes it hinders it. A. Informal groups. Groups of people who decide to interact even if the formal organization does not recognize or require their interaction. B. The organizational grapevine. The grapevine is the informal communication network that exists in every organization. It can both help and hinder the company.